Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just bringing you a quick one. I learned about this on Gen X Discord, so I wanted to bring this out real quick and give you my thoughts, my recommendation on it, and we'll go through a quick overview. There's not a whole lot of information here, but I wanted to go over what bonds are and how bonds kind of work. I'm going to give you a little bit of detail on that. So I'm just going to go straight into it. As always, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Down in the pinned comment down below are my Amazon links and my Teespring links. Go check those out if you would, please. The Amazon link, if you use the Amazon link and go do your normal shopping, Amazon will send me a small commission on qualified purchases at no extra cost to you. Also, the Teespring link. Give me your feedback on that. I would appreciate it. So let's get into it. So today, SoFi, not today, but on the 1st, SoFi announced a new ETF that promises weekly dividend payments. Okay. Now, what this basically is a bond fund that they are going to pay out interest payments every Friday. Now, what this bond fund is a junk bond fund. Okay. Now, I've done some videos prior to what credit ratings are, and the S&P and a couple others rate companies on their, credit worthiness, pretty much just like how individuals have credit scores. And, this type of this ETF will invest in the lower grade or non-investment grade bonds, which are normally higher yielding. Okay. So we'll go through the fact sheet here. And TGIF seeks to provide weekly income by investing in investment grade and high yield fixed income securities. So I guess I already just got it wrong. They do have some investment grade. But whenever you see high yield in the bond category, it is always junk bonds. So get paid on Friday. TGF is the first ever ETF that seeks to distribute income on a weekly basis. Diversified, I don't know about this one. Exposure to over 30 bonds across multiple industries and capital structures helps manage risk. 30 bonds. Okay. Now, if one of those bonds, goes kaput, that will affect this because it's only 30. So I don't know about this diversified part. Professionally managed, TGIF is actively managed by Income Research and Management, a value-oriented manager with over 30 years of experience. That's nice. Short duration. Portfolio will target a duration of less than 3 years with the goal to reduce interest rate risk relative to longer dated bonds. I want to go over this a little bit, and it goes into their prospectus here. So over here it says it has 35 holdings, inception date of the 1st of October 2020, expense ratio of 0.59%, and distribute weekly. So we'll go over here to this is basically the prospectus summary. In the principal investment strategies, let's see. The fund anticipates making its weekly income distributions each Friday. They will invest in investment grade and non-investment grade, also known as high yield or junk fixed income securities and instruments, and expects to distribute income from its investments to shareholders weekly. So these are interest payments. These aren't dividend payments. So it's like interest from a savings account. That's how these are taxed, okay? While obligations of any maturity may be purchased under normal circumstances, the fund will generally have a short to intermediate overall effective duration, typically less than 3 years. Now, this is what I wanted to speak on. Effective duration. This is why I don't like bonds in this environment that we're in. Effective duration is a measure of the fund's price sensitivity to changes in yields or interest rates, and a fund with a higher effective duration will, under normal circumstances, have a greater sensitivity to interest rates. For example, if a portfolio has a duration of 1 year and interest rates, follow me here, increase by 2%, the portfolio would decline in value by approximately 2%. So you read that another way. For example, if a portfolio has a duration of 1 year and interest rates fall by 2%, the portfolio would increase in value by approximately 2%. However, duration may not accurately reflect the true interest rate sensitivity of instruments held by the fund, and therefore the fund's exposure to changes in interest rates. So what does that mean? This right here. So when interest rates rise, like you'll see a lot of people say, oh yeah, bonds are great because they rose in price. Bonds inherently do not have any growth in them. Okay? The way the price is affected is by the yield. So interest rates drop, the price of the bond goes up. Interest rates rise, the price of the bond goes down. So if you look at interest rates, I'm talking more government here right now, but usually in bonds, right? The lower interest rate it is, the higher the price the bond is. The higher the interest rate is, the lower the price the bond is. So where are we at in our interest rate environment right now? We are pretty much on the bottom of our interest rate environment. So that's why you've seen bond ETFs in particular, especially government bond ETFs, rise in price over the past year, is because interest rates have dropped. So now that we're such at a low interest rate, you don't have much of a ceiling, or you don't have much upside left, because they can't drop interest rates anymore to raise the price up. So if they ever raise interest rates, your price is going to go down. So if you're buying now, you have more of a downside risk now than before. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now, if we wanted to look at its holdings, I'm sorry this is a little blurry, but they have some good stuff in here, but they have some pretty iffy stuff. I'll just name out a few of them. Wyndham Resorts, so a hotel bond. Hotels aren't doing very well at the moment. What else? Occidental Petroleum, another one in the energy sector. They have a bunch of energy bonds in here. Marriott, another hotel one. Macy's retail. Ford Motor Company is a big weighting in them, about 4%. More energy. AMC Aircastle, I believe, is a aviation airplane rental, I believe. That's kind of iffy. AMC Networks is a TV station or media company. So it's not diversified enough, in my opinion, in this junk bond space. Okay, so you're gonna get let's say it's trading for about $100 a share. Let's say you get let's say they get a 5% yield out of this, right? So 5% of $100 is $5. So you divide that by 52 weeks in a year, you'll get about almost 10 cents. They haven't published the yield yet, I'm not sure, but you'll probably get 10 cents for every share that you own. So every $100 you put in here, you'll probably get between 8 to 10 cents per week, per Friday, owning this bond ETF. Now, what do I suggest? Well, I would suggest going into something more like a diversified fund like HYG. That's the iShares High Yield Corporate Bond ETF. These are also junk bonds, but they are diversified. They are truly diversified, because if you look at what they have some of the Ford and Teva Pharmaceuticals. They have some of them as well, but they also have 1,237 bonds. So yeah, you're going to have the bad ones, you're going to have the good ones, but the risk in the SoFi TGIF with only having 30 to 35 bonds, I think is a lot higher than owning something like HYG, which has about a 5% yield with its 1,237 holdings. So that was just a brief overview. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any bond questions, I'm fairly knowledgeable on bonds. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert on anything. So, because this is not financial advice. So that's what the disclaimer is at the end of the video, and the disclaimer in the description. So leave me your thoughts down below. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye. I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you.